Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lansing, Michigan. We're here at Grand Ledge High School for today's USL League 2 match between the Flint City Bucks and your Lansing City Football. We've got a little pregame information for you here. Between these two teams, they met one last time at probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. That was a 0-0 tie in Flint. But this is very interesting. For Lansing City, the next 7 days are very full of matches. You can see today, Saturday the 13th, home at 7 for Flint City Bucks. That's who they're facing today. And then 2-day break back on Tuesday at home, Michiana FC. And then another 2-day break, and it's Kalamazoo at home. So the next 7 days, very full for Lansing City. It's going to be something that surely will impact players in some way. You know, you're talking about fitness, you're talking about fatigue, you're talking about what the training sessions will be like in between those. And I got to catch up a little bit with Coach Marco Bernardini for Lansing City on how that might impact players. And, you know, he said that to do it one time, not that bad. But the second time, the one on Friday, that's the one that could be tricky when you're trying to have two really back-to-back matches like that. So that's something that we're going to be looking for in the game today. Also, taking a look at the standings here for the Great Lakes Division. We have Lansing City kind of the middle of the table and Flint City near the top. Those are the two teams that we're seeing today. Lansing City at 1-2-3 with 6 points in 6 matches. Really, the difference between Lansing City having 6 points at 1-2-3 and, say, 12 points at 3-1-2, or even maybe 15 points at 4-1-1. Very slim. Just some bounces that maybe didn't go their way. I actually did have a chance to catch up with Coach Marco Bernardini about how this kind of, how the outcome and the result can affect the team and the coach and the mentality. And here's what he had to say about that.
The challenging thing as a coach or as a coaching staff and as a team as well is to not let outcomes shake who we are, shake what we're doing. It can go from anything from a referee decision to the end result in the game, whether we win, tie, or lose, or anything like that. We just cannot, it's a challenge to not let outcomes shake who you are. And so for us, we're not going to change what we're doing or what we're trying to do. It doesn't change our mission. It doesn't change how we play or what we do or how we're trying to improve the players. We take a look, independently from the outcome and see why. And then when we look at why, then we can improve. And so that's really what it's all about. That's what performance is all about, is being able to take your emotions out of it, to not strive for things, to not emotionally try to make up for things, and just be present and take things as they come day by day, and not change the long-term mission just because a short-term thing happens. And so that takes discipline, that takes being missionally focused, and it takes a lot of encouragement from good people around you. Otherwise, you can't do it.
Very positive perspective from Coach Marco Bernardini there. Can't let the end result and what your record is be a huge determining factor in what you're doing. You need to learn from what's going on, but you have a mission, you have a goal, develop players, get them to the next level, get them exposure, and those are things that aren't going to change. So that's going to wrap it up here. We are going to be going down to the field pretty soon for the announcements and the starting lineups, and then we'll see you back here in the booth after that. So don't go anywhere. play USL League 2 football. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Grand Ledge High School here in Lansing, Michigan for today's USL League 2 match between the Flint City Bucks and your Lansing City Futsal. Let's check out the starting lineups for today's matchup. First, for the Bucks, in goal, Grisiak. Along the back line, Camden, Pondeka, Miller, and Fisher. In the middle, we have DeShooter, Pickett, O'Riordan, and up top, Alt, Dashin, and Henry. And yes, over there in the reserves, number 21, Al-Rashed. That is Abdul Al-Rashed, who played for Lansing City last year. Very interesting. And now for Lansing City. In the back, goalkeeper Blake Kelly. In the back line, Foster, Adam Carroll. Across the middle, Sylvan Zuge, Avalos, Magalais, and the three up top, Santa Croce, Cunha, and Gugamis. You might notice that Dola Baipu is on the bench for this one. And Cunha gets the start, Mateus Cunha. We have not seen him yet this year. And that's how Lansing City is going to start, and here we go. Flint with possession early. Looking to possess and look for a way forward. Something to look for on their side tonight. You'll be looking to see them try to get into rhythm. Try to build from the back and put pressure on Lansing City's midfield and back line once they break through with that possession and rhythm. Something that they did well in the last meeting, particularly in the first half. Lansing City really on all-out defense for much of that game, but it wasn't the kind that you just pack everyone into the box and you park the bus. It was just taking care of defensive business as needed, and especially in the second half, Lansing City in that 0-0 draw at Flint about 3 weeks ago, they actually had more quality chances in the second half. It was one of those games where when it came down to the end, Lansing City was not the team that was desiring for that game to end and for the referee to blow their final whistle, gaining momentum and absorbing the attacks and having good chances in that second half. That was part of the story of the last time that they met. That was a 0-0 draw in Flint. Since then, the Flint City Bucks on a record score sheet, you could say, having more success. Right now sitting at 4 wins and no losses and 2 ties, one of those with Lansing, and so they get into a potentially dangerous area here, but Zuge's there to get Lansing City out, and now he plays a ball up for Cunha. Pondeka thought maybe there was a foul there, but the Bucks are going to be able to knock it back to keeper Grisiak. And a poor touch there, and Sylvan is almost able to win a corner, but instead it is going to be a goal kick. Lansing City looking to defend a Flint attack here. The Bucks into a dangerous area in the top left of the box. A little touch inside, and Adam has to take care of that one. Lansing City going to receive a throw on the near side. Now, if you're unfamiliar with USL League 2, something you should know about these two teams playing right here. Of course, many of you probably know Lansing City in their third year as a club in USL 2, have had success in each year building upon each other. And this year, the standings, 1 win, 2 losses, 3 ties, does not accurately reflect the quality of play that has been happening. Many of those ties were either a missed PK or a bounce that didn't go your way or a chance that should have been finished. Really, we're talking in the pregame that the difference between 6 points in 6 matches versus 12, even 15 points in 6 matches is very, very slim. That's been the story for Lansing City this year. And for Flint, on the other side, it's how it's been for years. Flint City is one of the top teams in USL League 2 across the whole nation. They are the standard when it comes to USL League 2 play. So this is a wonderful opportunity for Lansing City, players, coaches, as an organization to see how they match up with the level of play in USL League 2. A few weeks ago, when Lansing City played Flint in Atwood Stadium in Flint, it was a 0-0 draw, a very positive result. Much of the first half was chances for Flint City. Second half, Lansing City had more chances. Lansing City was on the defense for most of that game, but they weren't parking the bus, as we said earlier. That's where we stand in today's match, as Santa Croce was looking for something there, but the Bucks are going to be able to get it back. Zuge wins that one, and he gets knocked to the turf. So Lansing City will have a free kick here in the back. Blake Kelly coming up to take this one. Going deep, looking for Magalish on the near side. Avalos finds Zuge. What can Lansing City do here to keep possession? Keep it for a little bit, but then the long one looking for Mateus Cunha. That's a Lansing City player we haven't seen yet this year, at least on the home matches. He was with Lansing City during their second year, which was last year, and had been out up until, I think this might be his first game. He might have played last week at Michiana. But otherwise, this would be the first that he's seen the pitch for Lansing City. And Lansing City applying some high pressure here on Flint City. Flint able to win that one and looking for a ball down the right side. Foster takes care of that. The bounce still being contested for, and it's going to be a Lansing City throw. Now Captain Zach Carroll playing the right back. Actually one of the only players, definitely the only player on Lansing City side. Unsure about the roster for Flint City as that one goes a little too far for Sylvan. Captain Zach Carroll for Lansing City in the right back position. The only player on the squad to have USL Championship experience. He actually did play several years in the USL Championship. As Flint thought they got fouled there, but instead it goes back to Captain Carroll. For some reason that makes me think of Captain Crunch, but it's not. But Flint wins the ball back. And now they're looking to attack. Quickly switching the field to the far side, it's Pondeka. He's looking to beat Foster. He gets around him, able to cross the ball in, but Josh Adam is there the central anchor for Lansing City in the last few games. No James DeCosmo, you might notice, and really a poor ball there. That's not good for Lansing City, and Flint is going to take full advantage of that and go up 1-0. Just a really poor ball from the Lansing City midfield defense there. And in the 9th minute, Lansing City concedes. It's 1-0 Flint.
Flint City goal scored by number 9, Pavel Dashin.
So just like that, not even 10 minutes into the game, Lansing City finds themselves at a deficit 1-0. That one, couldn't quite tell who it was from up here. I think it might have been the striker up top, number 9, Pavel Dashin for Flint City. We're talking about how Flint City is really the standard for level of play in USL 2. They've been for many years one of the top 1 or 2 teams all across all America. And when you're playing a team like that, you know, those kinds of mistakes that we just saw, those are ones that really you can't afford, and they're tough to come back from. But Lansing City is a solid squad, emotionally tough, mentally tough. And this will definitely be a test to see how they can respond to this early mistake. Of course, only one player making that mistake, as Flint City has a chance here coming in, and Zach Carroll makes easy work of that one as the ball gets cleared over the end line for a Flint corner. But of course, 11 players in the field, really only one player at fault in that case. And how the team responds is a really important factor as well, not only in response to the goal, but also in response to their teammate that made the poor touch. This is something that we're going to see Lansing City deal with here early in the first half. And here comes the Flint corner. Swung into the far post. Blake Kelly's there. And now a little half volley. That was from number 17. Unfortunately, the roster sheet that I was given does not have a number 17, so I couldn't even make a guess on that one. But a half volley going well over the goal. So now Lansing restarting on a goal kick, choosing to play short. Looking to build out of the back. The first several passes doing well, but the one up to the midfield, the left winger in Sylvan, is a little out of his reach. Sylvan does win it back. Nice little combination between him and Cunha. Lansing City will win a free kick there. Now it's Carroll looking to find Magalish here on the near side. Magalish dancing with it. Ooh, great touch there to keep it. Now it's Cunha. He finds Avalos. Can he get there? It's a little bit out of his stride. Wonderful play from Magalish there. David Magalish grew up playing futsal, actually. For those of you that are familiar with Lansing City, you will definitely know about the sport of futsal. If you're not familiar, it is essentially soccer indoors on a court surface, on a court that's a little bit bigger than an NBA basketball court, a little bit wider, a little bit longer. Only play 4 on a side and a goalie. The goal is smaller. It's a very fast, high-paced, high-action version of soccer. Lots of touches, a lot more touches than in soccer, particularly per player. So David Magalish, you saw his technical ability there on the near side as he wins the ball and now is looking to partner with Cunha. And a lovely touch there from Magalhaes. You can see his technical ability at work there. In the game of futsal, as he grew up playing it, definitely trains the technical ability very well. It's a very quick and fast game. It's like all of the moments you have in soccer where things happen very fast, very quick, and you're in a technical position. It's like all that happening times 5. It just happens so much and so quick on a futsal court. As Zuge wins that one for Lansing City. Now Lansing City playing through the back in Blake Kelly. Yes, that is Blake Kelly in the back. Over the last couple of years, Lansing City fans have been used to seeing the likes of Zach Kelly. And younger brother Blake gets the start tonight as Cunha goes down looking for something. He seems to be in a lot of pain. Play continues, and now the referee will stop play and see what's going on. It's tough to see exactly what happened there. From my experience, it seemed like one of those where the player goes down looking for a foul. You know, there's some exaggeration to try to get a call. But, of course, you hate to say that and it actually be, you know, a legitimate injury and foul. So we'll hold that for now as Cunha gets up and we'll probably have to take a play off. Doesn't have to be subbed out, but he has to exit the pitch for a short period of time until the referee will call him back on. So for just a few moments, Lansing City will be with 10 players before Cunha will enter the pitch. Official restarting play in the hands of Grisiak for Flint City, and now they look to play out of the back. That one just over the head of Zuge, but it does come back to his foot. And now Avalos, that one is not going to make it back to Carroll, and now Flint is on another tear. Wonderful play from Foster. Adams in there too, and they thwart the attack. That one was certainly scary. A 3-on-3 running towards Lansing City goal. Defenders with their back to the players in order to backtrack. Now it's Gugamis trying to get out of there. He does get it out, and it is all the way up to Cunha. Cunha looking to play over to Sylvan. Not able to do so, but Lansing City is able to retain possession, doing well to keep the ball here in a tight area on that far side. Avalos keeping that one in. Does find Zuge with some pressure on his back. Lansing City with a nice spell of possession here. Now Blake Kelly going far, trying to find Sylvan. Sylvan now going to the second ball, and now Zuge's there. Takes a bounce. He's able to control that. Now it's Sylvan again. A little bit too big of a touch there for him. Now Lansing City able to thwart that attack. Now earlier before the game started, we mentioned what the next days look like for Lansing City. This is game number 1 of a 3-game stretch over the course of 7 days. They play today, they play on Tuesday against Michiana FC, and they play on Friday against Kalamazoo FC. All home games, all right here at Grand Ledge High School. So the next 7 days are full of football for Lansing City. And now a ball through to Sylvan, but he was well offside, probably 2 or 3 yards on that one. The right idea, though, for Lansing. Building up through the back. That one That one actually started all the way from goalkeeper Kelly. Flint will restart play. Looking to go up top. Adams there, good challenge. But the Bucks retain possession, and Sylvan wins that one, and now he's heading for an attack. Can't quite keep it, and it will be cleared out for a Lansing City throw on the far touchline. Lansing City trying to bring it down and maintain some possession here as we tick into the 20th minute. Cunha and Magalhaes there not on the same page. It comes back to Carroll. Really so far in this game here as we're almost 20 minutes into the first half. Very positive for Lansing City. Both teams having their own fair moments of possession, but against a side like the Flint City Bucks, that's very positive. That's very positive for Lansing. Of course, that one goal against them coming from an unfortunate mistake in the back. It was really just a goal handed on a silver platter. And there was one other very nerve-wracking chance that also came from mistakes. So you eliminate those two mistakes, and it's 0-0, and Lansing City playing a competitive first half, not being dictated entirely by the Flint City Bucks, able to create their own chances. And as there's a foul there, Cunha knocking over the Flint City defender. It's number 6, Nolan Miller, hitting the turf there. Very positive for Lansing City outside of those mistakes is now Cunha has an opportunity. What can he do here? Goes back to Sylvan. Sylvan looking inside to Zuge. Zuge has a man on his back. He finds Avalos. Lansing City slowly switching the field here. Now Carroll looking for something. Perhaps Sylvan in the corner. Sylvan wanted to go 1v1. He gets the ball through the defender's legs. That was number 23, Landon Fisher, but Sylvan couldn't retrieve it on the other side. That's a player you do not want to go 1v1 with. Gershom Sylvan. So many times comes out the other side with the ball. And Avalos coming all the way over from the midfield spot to halt that attack for the Flint City Bucks. Coming into today's game, the Flint City Bucks coming off of a 2-0 victory over currently top of the table Midwest. It was a good 3 points for the Bucks. They have yet to lose this season. They're sitting at 4 wins, 0 losses, and 2 ties. One of those ties with Lansing City just a few weeks ago. And then Lansing, coming off a 2-2 draw at Michiana FC, as David wins another throw for Lansing. But a 2-2 draw just a week ago, really in some ways a heartbreaker. Fortunately, it was a draw, but Lansing City up 2-0 at half, conceding in the second half, and on what I was told was nearly the last kick of the game, Michiana completing the tying goal. It was kind of a weird scenario. I had a chance to chat with Coach Marco Bernardino. That one is the Magalhaes has a go with his left foot. That one looked like it might have had a shot at getting past Jacob Grisiak in goal. Solid chance for Lansing City there near the top of the 18-yard box, the half arc. That semicircle right there, but it goes just wide. Now the Bucks looking to find themselves in their possession right now. A little confusion as to where that pass was going. But now they have something here, and the ball comes in. Kelly's there, though. Not bothered by that one. Goes quickly to Zuge. Now Lansing City looking to build through their midfield. That one was off, looking for Gugamis there. Santa Crochet looking for Gugamis. Little combination from the Bucks players on the far side. Ends up going backwards. Camden, and now it's Alt. He's got Magalhaes on him. Going back to Camden. Now Camden going all the way back to Pondeka. Flint evaluating their options, looking for a ball in. That's a nice touch, but he's offside. Assistant referee says he's off, but the referee will not blow the whistle since it is in the hands of keeper Blake Kelly for Lansing City. We'll restart play from there. "25 minutes gone here in Lansing, Michigan. Grand Ledge High School Stadium. The Flint City Bucks have a 1-0 advantage over Lansing. If you weren't here, it was around I believe it was in the 9th minute that it occurred, but it was just an unfortunate mishap on Lansing City's side as the Bucks have an opportunity here, but the City defense is able to take care of it. The lone goal of the game for the Bucks. Unfortunate mistouch for Lansing City, really just giving away a goal there as Cunha is not able to win that throw. Now the Bucks playing through the back. Now a long ball playing to the corner, looking for Palmer Alt, but it's going to be too far for him. Lansing City will restart play with a throw-in. Zuge looking for Cunha there, but goes out of bounds instead. Cunha looking to win it back. Now it's Pickett and Pondeka looking to switch the field for the Bucks. Ball inside. It's going to cause Josh Adam to come up and contest that. And now Lansing City's able to win it. Cunha, can he hold it up? No foul there, says the referee. And rightly so. Now Avalos has a man on his back, and he does get fouled. And head official wants to have a little chat here with the unknown Flint City player, number 17, not listed on our roster today. Of course, some of the Flint City fans here, at least one of them has a megaphone. I can hear it up here. Not sure if you can hear it at home, but every once in a while we're hearing that. As Lansing City now having the ball in a dangerous opportunity. Cunha with a shot. Didn't seem like that would be a good chance, but ended up being a nice shot. It dipped a little bit and went off the bar. Might have taken keeper Jacob Grisiak by a little bit of surprise there. So another decent chance for Lansing City. That shot probably from 30 yards out. Nice win there from Foster. Unfortunately, it goes right to the Flint City player, and now Lansing is in trouble. And Blake Kelly's there. Wonderful save. As Lansing found themselves in a negative position, but Blake Kelly was ready. That one's Adam, who was whistled for the foul on striker Dashin. This will give Flint City a set piece. About 35 yards out. First real interesting set piece of the game, other than maybe a corner or two for either side, and this one in favor of Flint. Little chip going into the box. What will happen here? Lansing City's there, but Flint is the first to the second ball, and the left-footed strike is blocked. That one was DeShooter. That one was coming off of his left boot with some velocity. It was blocked by a Lansing City defender. The Bucks able to quickly win it back. And just as quickly, Lansing City winning the ball, and that's Magalhaes having some trouble. Santa Crochet finally does get it up to Cunha. Now Avalos is on the wing here. Looking to combine with Cunha. Magalhaes is there too. He keeps it. What can he do with it? Finds Santa Crochet. Lansing City being comfortable. Keeping possession in the attacking third. Now kind of in the middle third. Looking for that opportunity, that ball to break the lines of the defense. Zachary Carroll does get nudged to the turf on that one. As Pavel Dashin was pressuring. Adam finds Magalhaes. Santa Crochet's there, combining. Now he's looking for Cunha. Cunha is on. This is dangerous for Lansing City. Looks to play a ball across. That one blocked by the Flint defender. That was certainly one of the most dangerous opportunities for Lansing City yet today. Haven't let Flint out of it yet. They still have possession in a good position. Is Gugamis nearly muscled off the ball there, and he does get whistled for a foul. Couldn't quite tell what that foul was for. Maybe I had a hold of his jersey there. But the Bucks able to end that attack from Lansing City right there. So being played into Dashin. Adams there. And some fans not happy. That one goes just wide. Goalkeeper Kelly was in a good spot, though. Some bodies going around there in the middle right before that play. Fans seeing something they were not appreciating. But it will fall on deaf ears as Lansing City restarts from the back. That's looking for Cunha. He does get a touch on it, muscled off the ball. And now Flint is on the attack. A nice touch there. A little chip into the far side, a header to the middle. Dangerous combination there. Kelly was there. But Pavel Dashin was not too far away. Nice touch there from Magalhaes to defend. He's working with Cunha, Santa Croce. A shot gets deflected. Not much velocity on that one as it falls into the hands of Grisiak. Some good defending there from Magalhaes, giving Lansing City an attacking opportunity with some high pressure. Zuge's fighting for that one. He is able to get a touch. It goes back to his defense. Avalos loses that one. That's a nice ball to the left side. A ball getting played into the penalty spot. Multiple players running onto it. Malik Henry, Pavel Dashin for the Bucks. But Lansing City able to defend. Adam was there. Foster was there. Now the ball gets restarted from the far side. A throw. Now Zuge's trying to keep it. Now it's Gugamis trying to get out of his own back area. A nice touch and a half volley. Really lovely touch there to bring it down from the shooter. Shot wasn't what he was looking for, but the idea was there. How can we see Lansing City build out of the back? They've been doing well. How an almost disaster. Lansing City's been doing well, building out of the back, keeping possession today. A lot of combination on this near side with Magalhaes, Santa Croce, Cunha. That one is won by DeShooter, and a shot punched aside from Kelly in the back. Another save added to his stat sheet. The Bucks aren't done yet, though, but Sylvan actually says, yes, they are done. Now Lansing City with an opportunity to counter. And when getting knocked all the way back, it's going to find the hands of goalkeeper Grisiak. Actually chooses to not pick it up and just play to his back line. Halfway through the 38th minute. Just about. The lone goal coming from an unfortunate mistake from Lansing City. A goal given away. Not really earned. And that is the difference so far. Now the sun's starting to peek out a little bit. It's been cloudy for most of the first half, but definitely hot. And on the turf field, probably a few degrees warmer as well down there. Fortunately, it's getting later into the evening and the sun being lower, not being so hot for these players. But when we got here today around 5 p.m., it was pretty blistering as Magalhaes tries to play Cunha on, but unfortunately not accurate enough. Avalos whistled there. I think he might be as confused as I am for that one. Adam under some pressure here. Finds Magalhaes and Avalos looking to play up. Looks like that one's going to stay in. Santa Croce's there, but he can't beat Nolan Miller of the back line for the Bucks. Bucks quickly playing forward, trying to find feet. Some attackers and midfielders pushing up their offense, and that one going far to the corner. Can he keep it in? Looks like Palmer Alt was able to. And Magalhaes misses that one. Alt inside, top of the box, and a layoff and a strike. Not a bad one, but Kelly was ready for it. That one coming from number 23, Landon Fisher. Probably the fourth shot on goal today for the Bucks. The one goal and 3 other saves the Kellys had to make. Now Lansing City with a corner, their first corner of the half. It's Mateus Cunha standing over it. And here it comes. It's swung in. It's a short one. It was in the mix there. Looked like it was going towards the goal, but cleared first. Magalhaes is there. He's unable to win that one, and the ball being played forward well out of bounds. He was looking for Malik Henry on that one. Long one from Gugamis. Looks like he was trying to find Magalhaes or Cunha. But neither on the same page with him. I don't think, based on Gugamis' reaction, wasn't quite the ball he was intending to play. Just ticking into the 43rd minute here. Getting near to halftime. Upper hand in possession, I would say, to Flint City so far in the first half, but not by a lot. Lansing City has done well to keep possession. And outside of that mistake that caused the goal, it's been a solid half. Really both teams creating chances and possessing. The way I see it, an edge to the Flint City Bucks here in the first half. Quality of chances, shots on goal, possession. But by no means a one-sided match. Now Lansing with a bit of combination there, and Cunha goes down again. It was William Pondeka whistled for the infraction. Lansing City plays short. It's Zuge. And Avalos, Magalhaes on the near side. He's got Cunha. Back to Zuge. Zuge looking to switch it through the likes of Gugamis. Trying to get the opposite side involved. It's Miles Foster. Lansing City looking very content, but now facing some high pressure from Flint. And Zach Ricare looking for a ball down the line. He gets it. It's Mateus Cunha. He's got a 1v1. Looking to go between the legs of the defender, but it's not going to happen. William Pondeka stays disciplined and strong. Draws the foul. Getting pretty close to a full 45 minutes of play. No indication as of yet for how much additional time there might be. Of course, we'll update you as we know. Should be getting a signal here soon. And a shot there for Blake Kelly, as we have heard, a minimum of 1 minute for additional time.
A minimum of 1 minute of additional time. A minimum of 1 minute.
See what the Bucks can do here in the minimum of 1 minute of additional time. That ball comes across. That one goes off the post. And it is not a goal. That one came right across the end line. The Flint City players looking for that to be a goal, and it was not. And that's how we end the half. Wow, that one was very close. We're going to cut to a break here for 15-minute halftime. We'll be back in the middle of that for some thoughts. But right now, it's 1-0, end of half one. Don't go anywhere. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Grand Ledge High School here in Lansing, Michigan. It's halftime. Flint City Bucks are up 1-0 on your Lansing City Football in today's USL League 2 action. Some reflections from that first half. Really a lot of even play. I think the edge goes to Flint City overall for a little bit more possession, some more quality chances. But really, you know, many people might think coming into this game it's going to be one-sided. We've said many times in the stream before, Flint City is the standard of play for USL 2, but it hasn't been that. Lansing City has done well to possess, to create their own chances, to play their game. They're not sitting back. They're not trying to just park the bus or anything like that, and they've had success. They've had some good chances, and you know, other than a very poor giveaway that created the goal for Flint, that's the only difference in the game right now. And we're sitting at a 1-0 deficit here at half, just about 5 minutes left before we're going to be resuming play. I wanted to take a moment just to comment on where Lansing City is at in their schedule right now. So this is what it looks like. Totally on the season, 1 win, 2 losses, 3 ties, 6 total points. You can see today's game against the Bucks is the halfway mark of the season. After today, we'll have played 7 of the 14 games. And you might notice by these dates on here, 6/18 and 6/21 are not that far away. Over the next 7 days, Lansing City has 3 matches all at home. Today against the Bucks, Michiana on Tuesday, and then Kalamazoo on Friday. That's going to be a tough turnaround. Certainly fitness and fatigue coming into play there. I was able to talk with Coach Marco Bernardini a little bit about that. He said, you know, turning around and playing on Tuesday, you know, that's not atypical. But the third one, that's the one that you might see the most impact, that Friday game at home against Kalamazoo. And that's where we're at for the season. And just want to point out the record: 6 points, 1 win, 2 losses, and 3 ties. I was actually able to chat with Coach Marco Bernardini just about how your record and how it, you know, you don't want it to impact and change how you play and things like that. So here's what he had to say about that.
The challenging thing as a coach, you know, as a coaching staff and as a team as well is to not let outcomes shake who we are, shake what we're doing. It can go from anything from a referee decision to, the end result in the game, whether we win, tie, or lose, or anything like that. We just cannot. It's a challenge to not let outcomes shake who you are. And so for us, we're not going to change what we're doing or what we're trying to do. It doesn't change our mission. It doesn't change how we play or what we do or how we're trying to improve the players. We take a look, independently from the outcome and see why. And then when we look at why, then we can improve. And so that's really what it's all about. That's what performance is all about, is being able to take your emotions out of it, to not strive for things, to not emotionally try to make up for things, and just be present and take things as they come day by day, and not change the long-term mission just because a short-term thing happens. And so that takes discipline, that takes being missionally focused, and it takes a lot of encouragement from good people around you. Otherwise, you can't do it.
That certainly gives you insight to the coach and Lansing City as an organization, the thoughts on their current 1, 2, and 3 record. I thought he said it very well there. You just can't, you have to stay focused on the mission. And really, if you had seen any of those games or have heard about them, the margin between the 1, 2, and 3 record and something like a 3, 2, and 1, or a 3, 1, and 2, or even a 4 or 5, 0, and 1, the difference in the game has been very, very small each time. And we're seeing some great play from Lansing City today. We're excited to see them come back in the second half, see if they can redeem that one goal they gave away, and put on a nice show for us tonight. We've seen some great technical ability from Magalish on the near side, combining with Cunha up top and Santa Crochet. Love to see Sylvan get a little bit more involved as he was on the far side in the first half. A wonderful 1v1 player. Looking forward to seeing that in the second half. We're just a little bit over a minute away from that, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with some second half action very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Grand Ledge High School here in Lansing. Just about ready for the second half kickoff for today's USL League 2 match. Here in the second half, Lansing City versus the Flint City Bucks. We talked a few times on the stream about the Flint City Bucks being the standard of play for across USL League 2. Caught up with Coach Marco Bernardini about that, and here's what he had to say.
So the Bucks are the standard for the whole country in USL 2. They're the standard. So, it's probably the game that we really get to find out, where we stand, where our guys stand, and individually our guys get to find out where they stand. What's going through our heads is it's really not about trying to meet them. It's like, can we contest the game, and can we still see our identity and what we're trying to do? So for us, it's going to be about, can we stop the Bucks from getting in a rhythm and disrupt their first build-out phase? When they do get in a rhythm, can we absorb their pressure? And when we have moments to build out, we're going to try to build out and draw them to us so that we can have a chance to break the game open. If we break their pressure successfully, we can get out in transition and get at them. And then for us, when we get in those attacking transition moments, do we complete those actions and use our numbers advantage and to progress the ball and be able to have a chance to complete an attack? So if we're able to do that, there's a lot of ifs. We're going to have some chances to score. And then it's going to be, hey, do we finish those? If we do, great. But we're not going to try to cheese the game and play for set pieces and all that stuff. We're really trying to go for it in the game just to see where our guys are, and then we can look at it and say, okay, we have to improve. So that's really what it's all about.
And that's really what we've seen from Lansing City today. I love that phrase Coach Bernardini used. We're not trying to cheese the game. Coming into a game like today, that may be a strategy that some teams would use to try to get a positive result. And Lansing City choosing to do something a little bit different. They don't want to cheese the game. They want to stay being who they are when their identity. And we've seen that through the whole first half, and we're going to see what they can do here in the second as we get ready for the whistle to start the second half. The main referee doing his final checks. And here we go. Half number 2 has begun. And a whistle there from center referee. Looks like a free kick for Lansing City. Also, as we start the second half, just wanted to quickly mention we have seen some latency in the broadcast, some choppiness, and we do apologize for that. Unfortunately, we've had to change venues a few times this year, and the network was not set up at this venue yet, so we're doing our best to stream off of a hotspot. That's what's going on, so we appreciate your patience as Lansing City has a chip in right here, and that was Foster who collided with goalkeeper for the Bucks, Grisiak. It definitely looked like a pretty nasty collision. Both players down. The trainer is waved on. Certainly nothing malicious going on there. Just a couple of competitive players trying to do something positive for their respective teams. That was Josh Adam, center back for Lansing City, and goalkeeper Jacob Grisiak for the Flint City Bucks, and he is still down. Adam has since gotten up, and he's making his way back to his position. Just about 1 minute into the half, this collision occurs. And keeper is up. Fans applaud. Looks like we're about ready to restart play. There's the whistle to restart, and Grisiak puts the ball back into play. Lansing City comes away with the ball again. And that ball from Carroll Not finding any blue and white shirts. If you're just tuning in with us here at the beginning of the second half, it's a 1-0 difference. The lone goal coming in the first 10 minutes of the game. I believe it was actually in the 9th minute it was scored. A unfortunate mistake from Lansing City in the defensive third, really just giving away a goal. And that's the difference of the game right now. It's 1-0 Flint. As Zach Carroll, captain for Lansing City today, donning that orange armband on the far side, comes to that one and knocks it out of bounds. Something that you can't see right now, it's off camera. A couple of subs for Lansing City warming up. One of the key ones would be Sam Dolabaipu. I figure that many Lansing City fans might have been surprised to not see him in the starting lineup today. The top three being taken up by Santa Crochet and others, as there's a potentially dangerous ball being played in there. I believe that was Malik Henry who played it in. As far as substitutions go for Lansing City, none appear to have occurred to begin the second half. Corner played short. And now Santa Crochet's there. He's got a defender on him. Chooses to turn and go backwards. And Adam trying to play it up. Cunha is there. He could win it, but he's fighting against William Pondeka. Comes back to him. Lansing City able to win it back. Kelly looking to go long here. Gugamis is around. Sylvan's around. Doesn't go to either of them. And now Flint City wins it in the middle. Ball being played up. Adam meets it. Zugay collects and keeps it. Now Gugamis tries to control that one. Unfortunately, it skips off his head out of bounds. Looks like we do have one second half substitution for the Flint City Bucks, as Malik Henry is in behind here. Josh Adam chests that one to his keeper. Looks like number 18, Schneider Mimi, has gotten the call for the Bucks on the back line. Looks like he replaces number 23, Fisher, in that right back spot. Flint's able to win that one. Long one played into the corner, controlled by the Bucks, then played backwards, getting their fair share of possession. Now looking to attack as Zachary Carroll failed to thwart the attempt, and the shot goes off the back of defender Josh Adam. And now Lansing City potentially having an opportunity to counter. That one goes out of bounds for a throw. Adam comes up to service that one. And now Gugamis and Sylvan working together Sylvan's through ball not getting past the likes of Mimi. But it will be a Lansing City throw deep in Bucks territory. Definitely has cooled down quite a lot since the beginning of the match. It's a very hot one in Lansing today. Most of the day, the sun shining bright. It's very hot down on the turf field during warm-ups, but has since cooled down quite a bit. Here's Gugamis. He's able to get past one, but not two. Now it's Foster, but that one's given away. Here's Henry looking to play the ball across, but Carroll's there. And now another through ball being played in. It's Dashin. He can't quite get there. Adam and Sylvan on the defense for Lansing City. And now a substitution indeed happening for Lansing City. It's going to be none other than Samuel Dolabaipu. He's going to be replacing Giuseppe Santa Croce, number 8, exiting the pitch.
Lansing City substitution. Number 12, Samuel Dolabaipu enters the pitch.
So number 12, Dolabaipu comes on. Definitely has been a positive factor for Lansing City in the previous matches. Had a couple of very strong goals in Lansing City's first and only win of the season. The last home game, I guess the previous home game I should say, against Union. Flint City looking to have something here. Zuge's there. The ball gets played through. Foster has to clear that one out. Long one here from Flint. That one chested in and a ball played through. This one looks good. Kelly is there. What a chance for the Flint City Bucks. I believe that was number 26, DeShooter, who played that ball in to number 9, Dashin, and I'm sure he's going to want to have that one back near the penalty spot, open 1v1 with the keeper. Had a chance at a shot there and just hit it right into the hands of Kelly. That could have easily been 2-0 Flint City. Now here they come again. And the shot is deflected off the hands of Kelly, and he's able to get there. That one came from Malik Henry, just about 25 yards out. Couple of good chances, one very good chance there for the Bucks, and one decent chance, unable to convert on either. Lansing City under pressure still, not able to get out of there to defending third, and that one, what a snag from Kelly in the back. The half volley coming from the Flint City Bucks attacker. Really a gorgeous play and shot as here is Gugamis and Sylvan. Sylvan looking to go 1v1. He's got 2 defenders there. He plays into Gugamis, but it's deflected. And that opportunity comes to naught for Lansing. If you're just joining us today, we're getting close to the 60th minute. Just a couple minutes away. Currently 1-0 in favor of Flint City. The lone goal coming off of a very poor giveaway in the back early in the game. I believe it was the 9th minute. Lansing City gave away a goal on a silver platter, and that's the difference right now as Flint has an opportunity inside. Foster is there, and the shot from Dashin goes off the bar. Lansing City in the last few minutes under some heavy attack, but able to survive it. That was one thing that Coach Marco Bernardini mentioned when I was able to catch up with him earlier. There's going to be moments where Flint City gets into their rhythm, where they are able to combine and get an attack, and how well Lansing City can absorb that attack and not concede is going to be a key factor. And it definitely seems like we have been in one of those moments as the center referee says there's a deflection and it's going to be a throw for Lansing City, and many players and fans confused at that, but most fans here happy with that call. That one breaking through the Lansing City defense. They're in the box now. It's at the top. The ball comes in. Ooh. He was trying to connect with Alt there at the back post. The shooter was there. He had an opportunity for a pretty clean look at the top of the box, but instead he was looking to go back post for the easy touch in. Palmer Alt was there, but they didn't quite connect, and Lansing City is able to escape that one. And there's substitute Dola Baipu showing his strength, and he goes down. That did not look good at all. A full sprint. And he was hobbling for the last couple steps. Definitely looks like some kind of hamstring injury or cramp. Maybe that was the reason we hadn't seen him until now. Non-contact injury. Definitely not what you want to see. I mean, really, either team, you want to see a non-contact injury like that for any player. So the trainer comes over and attends to him. Some Lansing City substitutes getting warm on the far side. Dola Baipu just entering the match probably about 5 to 8 minutes ago. Maybe it was closer to 10. He's helped up by the trainer, and he is going to be walking off. We will see if he's able to continue. Of course, we all hope that he would be able to. So Dola Baipu exits the pitch for the moment. No substitute coming on for him as of yet. Looks like he is prepared to come back on. Lansing City restarts. It's Josh Adam here. Miles Foster to the left back. Now Blake Kelly. Lansing City looking for possession. Trying to establish that possession, looking for a way forward. And Kelly looking long for Magalai. She goes to the corner of the box, and keeper Grisiak is there. He collects it. And Dola Baipu has re-entered the pitch. For the time being, he is good to go. In fact, he's pressuring here. Lansing City applying some high pressure all the way up inside the 6. And Zuge trying to find Sylvan with that one, but it goes out of bounds. Here's Mateus Cunha fighting for the ball up top, and a lot of grabbing there. It's going to get whistled for it. Contesting with center back Nolan Miller. And a shot there just inside the corner of the box. Sails over the bar for Flint City. That was number 15, Alt. Lansing City restarting in the back. Foster playing that one away. Now Flint in a dangerous position. A touch in. The ball across, cleared by Carroll. Avalos trying to get it out. Unable to do so, and Flint is able to reset. Still in the attacking third. It's the shooter. The ball comes in. It's a floater. Cleared out to the foot of Mimi. Dolabaipu defending. The ball coming in towards the penalty spot. A turn and shot from Dashin. Really didn't get all that he wanted to on that one. Not much punch behind it. Goalkeeper Kelly able to handle it with ease. Really the last 7 minutes or so has been almost all Flint. Lansing City really just surviving punch after punch. As this long ball comes in, it's over the head of Carroll. He's got to recover. It's Alt. He gets around him. It's a great one, and the shot goes upstairs. Kelly not able to save that one. And Palmer Alt comes away with Flint City's second goal. It's 2-0 Flint.
Flint City goal scored by number 15, Palmer Alt.
Halfway through the 67th minute, and Lansing City finds themselves down 2-0 after the goal from Palmer Alt. They've got a tough road ahead of them. And that goal was the way that the last 7 minutes or so had been going. You knew that if that barrage was continuing to come, that there was likely going to be a goal, and there was. Lansing City now in a tough position, looking to come back from 2-0 down, but still lots of time left, over 20 minutes of play left in regulation. As Zuge goes down after that one, he's slow to get up, but he does get up. He's limping a little bit, but now it's Sylvan here on the near side. And Gugamis playing into Dolabaipu. It's not quite on. And Gugamis gets chopped from the back. Surely that's going to be a caution, and it is the first caution of the day against Flint City, number 17. That is a number that was not submitted on our roster here from the Flint City Bucks. So unfortunately, can't quite tell you who that is. Might be O'Riordan. He's listed as number 27, but I'm not seeing Haven't called his name at all today, so it might be Dare O'Riordan, with that caution. Here comes the set piece, and immediately when the ball's in the air, the center referee didn't like what he saw, so it's going to come back, and Flint City is going to have a free kick near the top of their box.
Flint City caution issued to number 17, Dare O'Riordan.
Gugamis has some time when he turns. Sylvan and Gugamis playing off of each other here. Something that we have seen very positively from Lansing City today. We've seen a lot of combination on the wings with wingers and strikers and midfielders, like we were seeing a little bit here with Gugamis and Sylvan. First half, we saw a lot with Santa Croce and Magalhaes and Cunha. It looks like the Flint City Bucks will be making a couple changes of their own. Number 9, Pavel Dashin coming off the pitch, as well as 17, Dare O'Riordan will both be exiting the pitch. Coming on looks to be number 21, Abdul Al-Rashed, as well as number 22, Kai Phillip, by the looks of it.
Now entering the pitch for Flint City, number 22, Kai Phillip, and number 21, Abdul Al-Rashed.
So play restarts after those substitutes enter in. If you are a Lansing City fan, if you've been following Lansing City for, well, at least since last year, as Dolabaipi with a turn here. He's got Cunha going down near Grisiak, shielded by William Pondeka. But if you've been following Lansing City for some time, back to last year, you might recognize number 21, who just entered the pitch for the Bucks. That is indeed Abdul Al-Rashed, one of the players for Lansing last year, now playing for the Flint City Bucks. Little friendly rivalry on the pitch there, perhaps. As Blake Kelly's under pressure from number 22, Phillip. He's able to clear it, and it gets to Cunha, and now Dolabaipi unable to continue with that one. And now Flint quickly getting into an attack. That one was going on to Al-Rashed, but defended well by Adam, and Blake Kelly is able to get it. That was kind of a nasty collision. Dolabaipi with just strength in that pass, going right through the defender. And here's Magalhaes. He has a shot, and that one sails well over. And the Flint City player still down from that. He just getting back up and limping a little bit from the impact of the beast, Dolabaipi. Nothing malicious about that, but a hard play, and he was where that play was. I think that can't quite see the number. Yes, it looks to be Brock Pickett. Haven't said his name too many times yet today. Brock Pickett, center midfielder for the Bucks. This This one played long, and Adam has to get to it. And Sylvan not able to touch that ball in the way he wanted to. And now Phillips has a shot and a great kick save from Kelly. Kai Phillip with a very good chance. And Blake Kelly covering as much of the goal as possible with that kick save. One of his probably 4 very good saves of the day. Will lead to a Flint City corner. And here it comes. Swings in, and it gets knocked right to Blake Kelly. He chooses to go short. Carroll looking for a long one to Cunha. He does have him there. Cunha with no help, and he does get a foul, much to the dismay of defender Pondeka. And it looks like he is going to be getting a caution, and he is very much opposed to that. And it is a caution for number 7, William Pondeka.
Flint City caution issued to number 7, William Pondeka.
Lansing City will have an opportunity here for a set piece. Going up near the box is Sylvan Carroll, Adam Foster, and Dolabaipu. Looks like Magalhaes is standing over it. He has Gugamis just down the line to his right. Avalos and Zugay supporting him along with Kelly. And here it comes. Not a bad one, almost got over the glove of Grisiak, but the deflection was enough, and there is another player down, 2 players down actually for Flint. At least one of them looked to be a cramp. Another one, he's limping. You might be able to see him there on screen. I think that is Malik Henry. Actually, no, Malik Henry was just there. Here's Phillip trying to stretch out one of his players that just went down immediately on a non-contact injury. Definitely looked to be a cramp. And the Flint City players calling on the trainer. But I guess maybe they didn't really want the trainer. And here's the trainer issued by the referee. The other player that went down briefly was Schneider Mimi, a substitute for Flint City in the right back position. And it looks like the player who went down was Palmer Alt. And as this is happening, you can see on screen there one of the players for Flint City looks to be the center back, Nolan Miller, discussing with the referee and very intently, but it looks like a different player just got issued a caution. That'd be number 8, Malik Henry. My best guess would be for dissent of some type, but he was just issued a caution as Alt is still getting stretched out by the trainer.
Flint City caution issued to number 8, Malik Henry.
That indeed was Palmer Alt who was down, and he is ginger to get up and walk off the field, as there will be 2 substitutes for both sides. Jack Zuge exiting and Gershom Sylvan exiting for Lansing City. And who is that coming out? It looks to be Jeffrey Victoria. And I think that's Guzman Trigo, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. It is Guzman Trigo and Jeff Victoria for Lansing City. And for Flint, number 10, Hugo Tavares. And then replacing Palmer Alt is going to be, can't quite see the number yet. It might be, it's going to be number 4, Pierre Lurat.
Now entering the pitch for Flint City, number 4, Pierre Lurat, and number 10, Hugo Tavares. And entering the pitch for Lansing City, number 5, Guzman Trigo, and number 10, Jeffrey Victoria.
Whistle blows and play restarts after that brief pause for an injury, as we get very close here to the 81st minute, almost 80 minutes of play gone. Lansing City is still down 2-0. Flint has been controlling much of the last 15 minutes or so, as Henry with a ball across, and that is going to be a handball called for a penalty. Certainly not intentional, but in the stride of Josh Adam. Just blocked that cross with the palm of his hand. So it will be a Flint City penalty kick. Stepping up will be 21, Abdul Al-Rashed. Likely looking for the opportunity to score against his old team in Lansing City. Squaring up against Blake Kelly on his line. Here's the whistle and the penalty. And it just goes past the fingertips of Kelly. It is in the back of the net, a goal for 21, Abdul Al-Rashed. Flint City 3, Lansing City 0.
Flint City goal scored by number 21, Abdul Al-Rashed.
So as we just hit 81 minutes completed, we tick into minute 82. Lansing City find themselves down 3-0 to the likes of the Flint City Bucks. 2 of those goals coming in the second half. The PK we just saw from Abdul Al-Rashed, and then a goal earlier from Palmer Alt. Makes the scoreline 3-0. These last 10 minutes for Lansing City, a very far reach to think that a comeback is possible, but crazier things have happened. They're still under pressure from Flint, and Foster goes down. And Al-Rashed was there, and he is going to hit the turf, and it will be a free kick for the Flint City Bucks. Just about 5 yards diagonally outside the box. Zach Carroll having a word with the referee. Not too happy about that call. But Flint City preparing for a set piece just outside the box. And if you're just tuning in with us, we have had some connection issues on our stream. It's been a bit choppy. We do apologize for that. We're doing our best on a backup option of a hotspot. And here comes the free kick. It's punched away by Kelly. And Mimi tries to play it back in. Goes long, and there's Magalhaes. Unable to clear it out. It does go over the end line for a Flint City corner. comes the corner. It's a low, short one, and it was deflected on to Kelly. A really great deflection there, and a wonderful save as well. And this one coming over into Kelly's box, and he's there to claim it. Certainly tough as a player in the place like Lansing City is, and it looks like there is a collision here. Immediately grabbing his head is number 10, Hugo Tavares. And any sign of a head injury, that's going to warrant the center referee to put an immediate stoppage to the game as much as he possibly can. The trainer waved on. We certainly hope that he's okay. Some applause from the fans as Tavares is able to make his way off the pitch with the trainer. Appears to be in fine condition. There is a Flint City player. Looks like he's going to be coming onto the pitch. Number 25, Ashton Camden, going to be coming off. Who's that's going to be coming on for him? It's number 13, Baraka Tarleton, coming onto the pitch for Flint City Bucks.
Now entering the game for Flint City, number 13, Baraka Tarleton.
Play restarts with a drop ball for Lansing City. Lansing City really have been unable to get anything, really unable to get much of anything going for probably the last 20 minutes or so, maybe a little bit more. As this one comes in at the penalty spot, the left foot of Kai Phillip, hungry for the back of the net. And Carroll looking to shield that one, and he is successful, and it will be a Lansing City goal kick. Lansing City still fighting here in the last few minutes, and center referee saying that was not a Lansing City throw. Does look like there was a substitution in that mix for Lansing City as well. That'll be number 20, Jeff Palmer, coming in at left back. And Miles Foster exiting the game. And Flint with a chance here. The shot goes well over. Really nothing to be concerned about there.
Now on the pitch for Lansing City, number 20, Jeff Palmer.
The last few minutes here, perhaps Lansing City has an effort. Really feels like a lot of the air has been taken out of the players ever since that third goal particularly, and Foster is here, the substitute, to clear that one. Excuse me, that was Palmer in for Foster. Flint City takes the throw quickly. So we are just about 60 seconds away from full regulation time. We'll see how much stoppage there is. Should be a fair amount, probably at least 3 or 4 minutes due to some injuries. I'd be surprised if there was anything less than, definitely surprised anything less than 3. I bet there's probably more like 5 going to be added onto here, but we should get notified soon. That attack stopped by Lansing City. Here's Al Rashed for the Bucks on the far side. Should be receiving a signal very shortly from the referees, and that one's going to be offside. The attacker really thought that he was on there, but the assistant referee begs to differ. So we have hit the full 90 minutes. No indication yet as of how much time there will be added on. Kelly looking long to Cunha up top. It's over his head. This one long being played in to Tarleton. And Jeffrey Victoria's there. And we are getting word now that there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage.
A minimum of 3 minutes to be added. A minimum of 3 minutes.
So, 3 goals in 3 minutes. Can it happen? I'm honestly not sure. Right now, it's Flint still putting a lot of pressure on. That ball flicked into the center in a dangerous position. And there's Victoria chasing after it. He does win Lansing a throw. And he's much too far forward for the referee's liking. Here's Dolabaipu looking to play a through ball to Gugamus. Gugamus is in a foot race. He is able to get there. Playing the ball inside to Cunha. Cunha looking for Dolabaipu. He did have an opportunity there. Unfortunately, his first touch not quality enough to bring it down for a shot. That could have been one of Lansing City's best opportunities of the game right there. Getting very close to that. Wow, that one came across the face of goal. Keeper Grisiak not going right after it. Fortunately, no Lansing City players around for him. I don't know if there's some confusion or not, but that will be it. There's the final whistle for today's match. We end it at Lansing City 0, Flint City Bucks 3. Definitely the last 25 minutes of that game, not very pretty for Lansing City. We have a few more post-game comments in a couple minutes. But for now, we're going to step away. Don't go anywhere. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Lansing, Michigan here at Grand Ledge High School. Just wrapping up this game. The final score, Flint City 3, Lansing City Football 0. Thoughts from that game? Really, first half, very solid. Both teams, Flint City had the upper half, but Lansing City had a lot of good chances. They were playing their game. They were being impactful in the game, and there was one silly giveaway that caused the scoreline to be 1-0. Second half, first, what would that be? Probably 10, 15 minutes. Probably 15 minutes. Very solid. Lansing City even came out of the gate with some good opportunities and good possession. And then the final 25 minutes or so of the game, it was all Flint. Blake Kelly faced a barrage of very good quality chances. There was at least one that probably should have been finished that wasn't. And a 1 goal and a penalty Flint City comes away with, and that is the scoreline 3-0. So not very pretty from Lansing City at the the second the last 2/3 of that second half was not very pretty, but there was a lot of positive that we saw here today. And if you tuned in earlier, you got to hear Coach Marco Bernardini talk a little bit about the Flint City Bucks, their level of play, how their level is really the standard for USL League 2. And this is kind of a game where you get to see how you and your players match up. And so a lot of good information in that regard for the players of Lansing City, the coaching and the staff, and a lot of positive things and definitely things to improve. So that is where we're going to leave it for today. Now, looking at what's to come. As we mentioned earlier, this is game 1 of a 3-game stretch over 7 days. So as you see in that top right today, the Flint City Bucks game, and then on the next line, we have Tuesday against Michiana and Friday with Kalamazoo visiting. Both games at home. So it's going to be a quick turnaround, just a couple days of rest, another couple days of rest in a game. So this is going to be the first of 3, and if you are thinking about coming around, you should come out to watch us play in person. Got some exciting talent, as you saw here tonight, some exciting players who have been doing well, and of course this last part of the game was tough against the Flint City Bucks. But come out on Tuesday to watch us play against Michiana, and then Friday against Kalamazoo here at Grand Ledge High School. Yeah, this 3-game stretch is going to be tough. It's going to take a toll on players, and we're going to have to see, game by game what it means for the players' health, for their fatigue, for their fitness. Of course, the training probably won't be too strenuous coming up here in the next week from Coach Marco Bernardini. But that's how it's going to be. Lansing City adds another loss to their column. It's 1-3-3, and Flint City adds a W to their column, improving to 5 wins, 0 losses, and 2 ties. And that's how we're going to end it here at Grand Ledge High School in Lansing, Michigan. We want to thank you for tuning in to today's match between Lansing City and the Flint City Bucks for USL League 2 action. From everyone here at Lansing City, I'm Jared Kleppel. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Good night.